Hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About Tomorrow, where we discuss everything and anything. I'm your host, David, and today we will be discussing how young is too young to stay independent. Independence from home refers to the stage in one's life when an individual leaves their family home to start making their own decisions and taking responsibility for their own well being. This transition can happen at different stages in one's life. Ultimately, independence from home is a significant milestone in life, marking the transition from childhood to adulthood. But today's question can actually be framed in two ways: how young is too young to stay independent, or how old is too old to be dependent? A wonderful topic. Now, with me today to discuss that is my baby girl life. It's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you, David.
And Nathaniel, long time
No,
see.
Welcome.
Nice to have you on the program.
Thank you, sir.
And we have a new face today. Her name is Owen. It's nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
And the one and only barrister from Rabbi. It's nice to have you on the show. My pleasure.
Thank you, my pleasure.
To the topic: how old is too old to be independent? Who's going to go first?
Okay, let me start. Okay, I do feel there's no stipulated age range to being independent. It all depends on the individual and the parent. You see, a lot of us sometimes we put ourselves on so much pedestal and pressure to be a man. And for ladies to get married after school, getting married instead of going back home. So being independent, literally, to me, if I should give experience after school, we all that graduated that year and had that service, it's a normal norm in Nigeria not to go back home. You have to start apply. But I do feel it's not a compulsory thing. If you have parents who you can stay with, because as I'm talking to you now, accommodation, feeding, and even healthcare. You know, some people out of pressure, they are scared. Let my parent not say this. If your parent can still take care of you and you feel that you are not yet that strong to be independent, I would advise you go back home and still stay.
But Nathaniel,
Yes.
in an African home in Nigeria,
Yeah.
the age of 30, you're expected to have your own place.
Okay. Is that enough?
As a man,
As a man.
expected for you to have your own place.
And
You said
There's
age.
no age.
There's no age.
Mm,
There's
to
an
me, there's
age
no
where you're
age.
expected to not be in your parents' house.
how about the people in the north who are living together with their family?
That one is
That's their way of life. That's their way of life.
It's almost like an Indian home.
Okay, it's a norm in Nigeria. See, I don't think it's a norm. It all varies. See, if your parents are well-to-do,
Like
You must not
35, 40
necessarily-
years of age.
see, being independent.
Some years are-
Yeah.
Before we leave, have you
I mean-
met someone of a 30-year-old man and still in his parents' home?
Not necessarily sleeping with the parents in the same room, but like an estate.
I understand.
And he has his
what you're
own place there and he's staying. I've seen. It's not like sleeping in the same room. The parents are well to do, like an estate, like this kind of estate now.
saying. Okay.
And your parents are there, and there's another house
They
in
have
that
their,
estate.
they have their own,
Yeah, they have their own
and then they give you
apartment.
one.
There's a room you can stay and all of that.
That's the way to
But the thing is that average Nigerians are not practically, let me say, rich to afford that. Because if you can afford a good accommodation and estate, and you are rich to me
Okay.
in this economy. So I will advise, or I will say that if you know that you are not up to, people put themselves on so much pressure, like it's time, I'm 28, I'm 27, I'm not supposed to be leaving my parents, and they are not ready. They know deep down them that they are not ready yet. And a lot of them go under depression and some traumatic experience trying to survive.
As a guy, let me ask my baby girl.
Okay, no problem.
So like,
Hmm?
how young is too young to be independent?
Okay, let me start with this saying that age is just a number. So, how young is too young for you to be independent? No age is too young if you have what it takes.
Mm-hmm.
You get it.
Yeah.
If you have what it takes.
I will come and
You
I will
can
continue.
hold on, no, you can be independent
Mhm.
financially in your parents' house, you know.
Mhm.
You might not necessarily move out of your parents' house
Mhm.
to be financially independent. You get it.
Mhm.
So I'm not talking about moving out now,
Okay.
but no age is too young. If you have what it takes to actually like break that barrier of
Living your
financial
parents'
constraints.
life.
No, not even
Financial-
But
no.
is it just financial
Wait,
constraints?
I'm not trying to
She's on
say
that
no
now. Okay,
age
so let's
is
take
too
it back.
young.
Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
get it?
Okay.
If you can leave your parents' house and make things happen for you if it works for you. Do you get?
Okay.
So I'm not about moving out. Like you said, if you don't have what it takes to actually like move out and take care of yourself, I'm not sure it is advisable for you to leave home. But there are some certain age. If you are not from the family of Dangote or Tedola or this thing, you need to leave that comfort zone to make things work out for you. You cannot be 30 or 35 and feel like because I don't understand as a man 30, 35, you are still in your parents' house. When do you want to start living your own life? When do you want to start making your own family? When do you want to start making your own money? Because you've been in your house having free food, free rent and everything at 35 or 40. When do you want to make it?
Let's
No,
not
do you
forget
get
the
it?
stuff that come along with it.
And you get it, relative and still finish would even enter. Do you get it? So
Plenty, finish. Oyi, what are your thoughts on this?
Personally, I think there's no age to move out of your parents' house because these days accommodation is not for the weak. Like it costs a lot to get an apartment, especially in Lagos State. So if I feel like you're not capable, just get what you need first before making such decisions.
Don't you feel someone that, let's say, has a BSc
Okay.
and is working should be able to, at some point, after 5 years of graduation, should be able to afford a living for themselves?
Well, that's different. When you have a job, it's different because you personally you would feel the urge to leave. Yeah.
You understand?
Well, when you're talking about independence, I think let's classify independence.
Okay.
There's temporary independence. That's when you leave your parents' house to a boarding school or to the university. You are still dependent on them financially, but you are independent because you are not living with them. Okay. I think that phase is the breeding ground, is the training for your absolute independence. So we have temporary independence and we have absolute independence. So if you are able to manage that schooling age, your learning years proper, and you're able to stay independent, you're able to manage your resources, however meager it is. We are from different backgrounds, not everybody can go independent at the same time.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
don't stop wasting your time looking at your mates. Say, this one happened. I remember then in school, there was a particular week that I and my friends, we wasted our resources. No, youth for exorbitant. And we're faced with the only option of drinking garden for one straight week.
That's
And I
terrible.
couldn't see again. So when I found out, I was seeing image everywhere was dark. You understand? And like the consequence of my action.
Okay.
Now, whilst that was going on with us, some other persons were living in extravagant opulence, like too much resources to spend and it will still be there. So when you now come out from school and you now find one of them independent, you now be saying, this one is independent, therefore I should be independent. But you know that you don't have the same financial background. So what I'm saying is that when you go to school, it's training. You are being trained for the future. You are being trained to handle the future and to be able to. That is where you need to now, understand that this life, nobody's coming to rescue you
Sure.
in this life.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming from anywhere to rescue you. And it's in your own interest not to compare yourself with other persons. They have different destinies. They were created for different purposes. You understand? That's why Paul the Apostle said, and they compare themselves with themselves, measure themselves with themselves, and in doing so, they are not wise.
Yes.
You understand? So you don't need all that. Focus on what works for you. I left home at 19. Okay? Officially at 19. I had entered the university before then. Officially left at 19. Now I could live easily because from my 300 level was SUG. I was General Secretary SUG.
Okay.
400 level I was Vice President at SUG, University of Jos. So if you know what student politics is and SUG is, you know that there's a lot of resources that come to that office, even as students. So I don't need to rely on parents or whatever. And from there, instead of to other things, and from there just keep going. Never went back home. Some other persons will finish, go back home, go for service, go back home. You understand? Then they'll be searching for jobs for like 5 years. They will be doing that from the house because they don't afford it to go out. So it depends. Let some who can go independent go.
Yeah.
Let those who can't stay until they are able to go independence.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And for the question I've been meaning to ask, should parents help their children become independent? Like, are there any preparations parents should do in order to help their children gain independence? Like,
I think one of it is education.
okay.
Sending you to school.
Yes, now
And now-
it's a training ground, like you said already.
The most important
That was actually
the first one
temporary.
said, what do you say?
It was that is actually temporary, but it's still a training ground.
Eh,
for you to
of
be
course,
independent. So
yes.
education is a major part of it.
Major part of it. And another another skill you
Yeah.
get.
Okay.
So you can become independent like that. And just continue through in life. Education, hand skill, and something
And to
like
add to it, parents should save for their children.
Yeah,
that.
okay.
Saving, very important.
Yes. When a child is 3-4 years old, his parents should be able to open an account.
Like a fixed
Whether it's life
deposit.
insurance or something,
Okay.
or just
Maybe a
a
fixed
savings or a
deposit.
fixed deposit,
Yes.
where we can save him money for that. You know, in some countries, government undertake that.
Okay.
Yes, but you don't have a country that does that. So
Oh,
parents should be able to, because the role of a father is not just to train the child, but is to affirm him to manhood.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
likewise the girl child. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's two ways. You affirm her to that point of connection.
Okay.
It's important. Parents have a very big role to play, especially because the economy today is not helping matters at all.
I believe a few of us here are gain independence, right?
Yes.
So, what are the risks of gaining independence? What are some things that, yes, it used to be simpler at home, but now that I'm doing it myself, it has become a little bit more.
Okay, I think I'm in the best position to answer that question because I rounded up my service 2 years back,
I can answer that too.
and it has been hell. Seriously, it has been hell, but God has been coming through for me. You see, there are a lot of risks and challenges in wanting to be independent, especially if you are not. I can't say I'm not from a well-to-do background, especially if you want to do your thing yourself, your way. One of the major challenge, apart from even accommodation, is that emotional maturity to stay on your own. It's not everybody that has that, because all my life I've been used to my parent. I've not stayed on my own. Even on the campus, then I was staying with a priest, a Catholic priest. So I've never lived on my own before. Now after service, I just thought to myself, and I do not have a brother, the only boy. What am I going there to do? No. I think let me start something. My parent insisted, before I tell you the risk factor that I passed through, my dad insisted, come back home, don't worry, there's something to do here. But I knew that if I go there, what he would do is, okay, as the only boy, let's get married to this chubby girl, give birth to us, let's have offspring. And the vision and the purpose will not be there. One of the risk factors you face is, one, if you don't have emotional maturity, you won't be able to stay. Secondly, accommodation is major. It's very, very major. In fact, especially in Lagos there. Thirdly, if you are not a person, it still boils down to emotional maturity that have contentment. You begin to compare, and traumatic stuff begin. Because once you go on social media, you see some of your mates you graduated with. Some are doing well, some are working in companies, and you might not be lucky to fall in that category if your parents are not well to do. In quotes, the elites, people with connections. You know, so there are some people before you round up, you come here and stay. I'm not from that opportunistic family. So I have to strive, go through that pain, that emotional pain, that risk factors of taking accommodation and surviving. It's not been easy. There are other risk factors I won't be mentioning here, but it's not been easy, sincerely. It's not easy.
Alright, can you give us a few?
Well, you are talking about the risk factor. It's a long time. It's a long time. To be at the risk of not sounding like I had control over life. My upbringing already helped me to stabilize independence quite early. Yes, I have a military background, and that background is very helpful for those who understand. I was enrolled in the Boy Scouts at age 6 or so.
Okay.
Yes, age 6. I was in the Boy Scout at 6. When we close from school, we now start our own, Boy Scout expedition. And our motto is be prepared.
Mm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Weekends when we're supposed to enjoy ourselves, play with friends, we'll be in the bush, countering risk, and just creating problem and solving those problems. So ourselves,
Okay.
we'll be cooking in the bush and all that. Interfacing with the wild, and just keep, that exploration. And that helped a great deal because if you're able to know how to manage water in the wild, where you have just one jar of water, you have to survive for 2 days in the wild. And you're able to get some military training, and everything's about survival. Just like Olarotimi said, the gods are not to be blamed. When Odewale was born, it was declared that the struggle of man begins at birth.
Yes.
Man here means both male and female. So the moment you are born into this world, you are born into struggle. Whether you're well-to-do or not, you are born into struggle. So you prepare your mind for it, okay? Emotional stability will not jump on you. You need training. Put yourself through some training. Okay, that is why in the university, some of us were encouraged early enough to join junior chambers, the Lion Club, the Rotary Club.
Yeah.
Those institutions, they are very critical because they are high on morality and they are high on independence, your ability to do things yourself. The Red Cross, for example, the moment you join the Red Cross, they teach you to take focus off yourself and begin to focus on other people to rescue them from danger. By the time you are through with Red Cross, you would have conquered your own fears.
Yeah, very true.
Because the focus is that humanity should be rescued from danger. So whilst you are doing that, you have everything about your own fear to stay alone.
Yeah, yeah.
Will have fall off, completely off you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So even if you are not in all these clubs, you could read materials from those clubs and all that. So at the end of the day, you get it. So how I did I cannot exactly say this is exactly what I did because I had background training that ward off the fear before I even got into it. Not like there were no challenges. There were challenges, okay? There were a lot of challenges at that time. But I remember when I gained that independence early, I owed my landlord for a very long time. You understand? So she was giving me problem. Then I was not caught over. But I shared the story. At the moment I was caught over, all those people that worried me, I sued all of them, including my landlady. Yes, I sued her. I sued all the people on that street that felt I was not going to make it. Dragged all of them to court, not to win, but to show them that I can put them in that condition where they're going to hire a lawyer and pay the lawyer. While me, I'll be appearing in person in all the cases. So the truth is that life, you have to be tough. That's my summary about it.
Yeah, okay.
Life will break you to pieces if it's about mommy, daddy. My daddy said, my mommy said, my daddy said, you will be. You see the truth that my daddy said, my mom said, the world has advanced, has gone beyond those things.
Yeah.
You understand? So you must plug in your hands. The Bible says in the book of Luke that he that put his hand on the plow and is looking back is not fit for the kingdom. Huh?
Yeah.
So once you exit, you go independent. Don't look back. Don't look back. You are not fit for the kingdom. You keep at it. Those who became independent were not born independent.
Yeah.
They were in a family before they moved out. And that is the order of life. If you like, finish everything and go back home. stay with your parents until the force of nature will still take you away from that place.
Definitely.
If you are not ready to go by yourself, you will go by that tradition, custom, nature. Something must take you away.
Like, do you have any final thoughts? I do. You have any final thoughts before we go?
What was that?
Anything you'd like to say before we go?
I'm not sure, but the major thing is if you don't have what it takes, like he said, just stay back in your house and
What it takes to eventually come.
to eat when you're in your house, when you're in your parents' house. Yes, it's nice actually, but then it doesn't work for everybody. Every one of us like that. Me, I was so comfortable in my house. I'm the last child. I have four siblings, grown-ups. Do you get? So I have every one of them around me to actually like give this, do that, and everything. I was so comfortable collecting. How to live? Do you get? Because I was looking at my life and I'm feeling like I'm not sure I'm going to get to where I'm going with this. Take here, take there, come and collect. I was just receiving and receiving. I wasn't giving anything out. Do you get? So I had to like leave. So if you think you are not comfortable staying back at home before you can actually make it, if you have what it takes, you move out. I was able to move out because all of the things I've received was somewhere. I wasn't spending on anything. So I was able to use that to start first before I was able to like, okay, stand on my own and start making my own money. You get it for. If you have what it takes, cool. If you have what it takes, so don't be pressured to stay back in your house.
Let me just say, wow. What are your final words?
Like she said, if you don't have what it takes, don't do it, because for some people it's not always easy. Like for someone who doesn't have a trust fund or someone who doesn't have parents that have saved something for them, it will definitely be hard. So at the same time, even if you don't have, you should take the risk. Life.
Even those that have trust funds, it's going to get difficult along the line. Hope you know.
Yeah,
try-
definitely. They want to get finished. And imagine not having anything.
Okay.
So I think in a nutshell, for the girl child, it's not going to be easy for the girl child. I
It's
know.
not easy, my
It's
brother.
not going to be because the pressure to get married and all of that, we're rounding up already.
No, hold on. This pressure to get married,
No.
keep saying.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Is it sacrosanct that pressure for marriage must come before you set your dreams aright? Because when you say this pressure to get married, you don't know. I've seen so many homes where that thing doesn't apply. People are giving room to express their dreams.
Of course.
Okay.
But your dream may not necessarily be to get married after school. You may
Yeah,
want to
Ahead.
explore the corporate world
I think
and do that
marriage.
later.
But I'm
Some
not,
people.
sorry that I'm intruding. How many average Nigerians like will allow their daughter after school to go and stay alone and search for job? They will believe you are going into prostitution. I think it's the African mentality. I don't know where you grew up actually, but where I come from, it believes that once you're done with service and you are trying to live in a religion, it's either you come and get married or come and stay with them. In fact, it's even a shame if you are not in a serious relationship.
That does not cut across.
Okay.
Exactly,
It's-
because I don't have that.
That expression is very traditional.
Okay.
Traditional is a woman should be able to decide what she wants. Because this case you're talking about community pressure and family pressure
People-
that
oh,
once you
people say.
finish school, the next thing is to get married. They're not even asking you.
Like telling
This
you
school that you went to, now you are through. You have a degree. What do you want to do with it? They're not even thinking about that. They just like once you finish, the next thing is marriage. And that does not cut it for me. I think people should be able to decide what they want to do after school. Even there in school, these young girls, they discuss what they want to do. Some of them will tell you that after this thing, I'll just go and do the paper I want married. Some will tell you that they want to use it to further the masters. They want to create opportunities for their younger ones, their family. They want to, become professionals. Okay? So I've seen people who didn't get married when they finished school. But along the line, their professional career, they're able to fix that and then continue. You understand?
Okay.
The likes of the big names we have today, interview them, they will tell you they were focused on their career before they found
Yeah.
the likes of Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
I like it, John.
Yes.
Awosika.
World Trade Fair Center, all these big institutions. You see, but people think that it is when you pause your life and now turn and say, now I'm searching. Searching is not a career.
And now,
I'm searching for, looking for,
I'm not looking for husband.
you focus on your career. And while you are doing that,
Along the way.
that's
You
what
search
people will
for
stop
as a
now.
lady. You don't search.
You will stop. You will stop enhancing your career. What you are now doing, they are searching for, and those who now search, they will now fall into the hands of this prophet, that prophet, this water, holy soap, and all that. At the end of the day,
Become very miserable.
yes, you are not getting it
Frustrated.
right. Focus on your career. While you are doing that, you will meet the person along that line.
That's the
Abi.
best thing.
You will not stop one for one.
Abi,
You keep growing, and you grow into what you will become.
before
That's what I think
you
about it.
attract
Yeah, so for those who are under that pressure
what you have.
of you finish school,
Right after
when you say come on,
Attract
please tell them.
just anything.
tell them that it is on your way to your career pursuit
Yeah.
that you will. So that's what I think.
So
That is for me. That's what I
That's
believe.
major.
don't pause your life to look for a man.
Don't
Don't do that to yourself.
Why do you people do that thing? What is it? What is it?
I'm seconding you.
No, I'm asking you. There are ladies that do it. Why do they do it?
Community standard now, family pressure and everything, because their friends are getting married and they feel like they should. And there's this general saying in Yoruba that like women get cold.
Yeah, there's no
you
time.
get it. There's no time.
Menopause
Menopause and
and all that.
everything.
Okay.
You get it.
Yeah, that
So they want to have
pressure
their
is
children
there.
on
That
time.
African pressure is there. You are 30 and maybe you didn't finish school early.
Well, I'm not unmindful.
Ebo.
I'm not unmindful of the pressure that nature
Let's
places
see.
on time, places on.
Nature.
But I'm saying this rush and hurry
Yeah.
to pause. What do you pause this to do this? Is it necessary?
It
It's
is
not
not.
necessary to me.
If because
It doesn't want it.
I believe that you should allow nature to take its course. Just flow with the time.
Person want to do
Do
it.
you agree with that?
Yeah.
Or you feel you should pause to
No, I don't think anybody should pause their lives or careers for a relationship whatsoever. Because naturally relationships, you build relationships, you work with people, meet people. So far as you leave your comfort zone,
Yeah.
you meet people, so it will eventually happen. So you don't have to pause something to achieve something. So I think.
Yeah, just based on that way. Anyway, I want to thank you all for being on the show today. And viewer, the show can go on. What are your thoughts? Put them down in the comment section. And if you are yet to subscribe to our YouTube channel, we are at Enterprise TV 7 across all social media too. We'll be back. Bye.
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 Thank you.
Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.